on the road again.
Can't wait to get on the road again.
We've been doing nothing but being on the road again.
Man. Well, today's road adventure is a good one.
Yes, it is. We finally got that phone call that we've been waiting for.
Yep, and it is ready for pickup.
Yay! Catastrophe almost averted.
If you guys don't know what we were talking about, we did have a live talking about the mishap or the misfortune on the roof itself.
Yeah, the dun dun dun.
The dun dun dun.
Yeah, been a really stressful last 2 weeks or so, however long it's been, I don't know. It's been really stressful. There's been a lot of scrambling and trying to figure out where and when and what and how and who and all the questions. And, we finally were able to get the pieces that we're needing. They were able to find them, paint them, cut them, bend them, and prepare them for us to come and get them. So thankfully, it's not one of those situations where they found it and it was like in North Carolina or something. They were able to find it in Fort Smith for us and they got it all ready. And so now all we got to do is pick it up and then we can be ready to finish and finally be done with the roof installation.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we're so close.
Yeah, we're so close.
So far away.
So far away.
This rain does not help anything at all because it's supposed to be here all week.
Yes.
So at least we're gonna get the pieces.
That's a plus.
That's a plus.
Always got to look at the positive.
And if there's any days or any time during the days of this week that it's not raining and it's clear and it's not slippery wet, then no tomorrow up there, I'm gonna get my butt up there and we're gonna keep on rocking and rolling.
Yeah, we've got a couple other things that we're planning with some of our friends.
Yep.
So basically,
we're gonna try to jump and hopscotch around like we normally always do, buttoning up everything, and it's
we're gonna keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward.
Yeah.
We did make an order the other day on our siding and all the stuff that we need to do to button up the outer exterior of our house.
Mm-hmm.
And we're still gonna have to wait for said pieces of siding and all the exterior finishes and everything else like that.
Yeah.
Which it should be hopefully here by the end of this week.
Yep.
We will be having to stain everything. We've got some more stain to test to see exactly if we like it or not. And then we're gonna keep it rolling and rocking.
Yeah.
And keep on moving forward no matter what. Sure that we're going to the right spot. This is a parking.
Your destination is on the left.
All right, you guys, well, a quick trip into Fort Smith and we made it to the Metal Sales Manufacturing Corporation.
Yeah.
And this is actually just one of the additional branches off of the company that we actually ordered all of our roofing metal from. The company that we ordered from was actually out in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And they do all the manufacturing and stuff over there. I suppose this would be like a secondary branch, sister company type of a thing. Maybe a totally different business that they just work with. But they are going to facilitate us in getting the rest of the pieces that we need so we could finish our roof.
Yes, I'm super happy that we were able to get this thing situated. I have no shade towards, the company that we went through for the metal cells and all that. It's a big order, and in order to run big machinery like that, there is a lot of EPA regulations and all sorts of other things, and they have to make it right in the sense to be able to turn on those machines and to be able to get things rolling the way that they do. So It makes total sense, and I'm just super happy that they were able to find us a remedy to the situation and be able to get on it and expedite this situation as high as they can possibly get and get it done for us. I mean, This is something that normally anything that they set up for anybody, it's a 3-week turnaround no matter what. It's this is something that we ran into 2 weeks ago roughly.
Yep.
And they were able to get it going and be able to get things in order. You know, I mean, they're working throughout all their other orders and to try to get this in as well on top of it. So
yeah, so we're very happy with the turnout of this so far. I mean, it's a really crappy situation. We were absolutely devastated when it happened, but it could happen to anybody. I mean, Gary, you guys know, he's Mr. Triple Check, right? Triple check. And he triple checked, and it's just one of those things when we have so many pieces on the order, this one thing just slipped through the cracks.
Ultimately falls onto my shoulders itself. It's up to me, the client, and the customer to be able to finalize and recount and make sure that we have enough for every single piece itself. And that ultimately comes onto my shoulders with it. I thought that we were getting 12-foot pieces. Went and looked back at it all, and they are all 10-foot pieces. So a lot of that discrepancy wise of what it is, there's a lot of numbers on there. There was a lot of this piece for this piece, that piece number wise, like list was insane.
Yeah,
guys. So,
it was. And I mean, I know we had the company giving us like a second set of eyes and, you know, kind of giving us like the whole diagram. You guys have seen that diagram. It's very complex.
Yes.
And they did a really great job. So we don't want any kind of nastiness to be thrown at these people. They've been doing a wonderful job for us. We're very pleased with them. We're very pleased with our service and their product. It is one of those crap happens kind of things, but here we are. They're making it better. We're gonna pick up our pieces and we're gonna pick up right where we left off here really soon. So with all that being said, let's go on in and let's go get our metal.
Let's get it.
Look, and it's all blue too.
Mm-hmm. They have all the, they got our ocean blue. Ocean blue.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the metal right here.
Yeah,
this
that's
is
the actual, this is the design type that we got.
Mm-hmm.
This one right here. But they did have different metal types, guys. Like they had a bunch of different kind of designs if you wanted a different type of a design. You know, different ribs and stuff in here. Mm-hmm. We just wanted this one. Yep. That's the look we liked. So anyway, let's go in here and let's go see.
Hey, how's it going? Picking up for Gary. I've got.
Gonna go right on around here down to the end. Big bay door. Go inside there. There's a shipping office. He'll be able to help you.
Awesome, thank you.
You're very welcome. Have a great day.
You too. I didn't want to go driving behind things that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Because you know, authorized personnel only. You know?
Yeah, which guys, we're not going to go in there because again, authorized personnel only, but this is the manufacturing plant. They do wholesale only sales, no retail sales. And inside here, I'm going to zoom. All visitors must report to the main office. And this right in here is where they manufacture all of these sheets of metal. So you can see they have the metal in these big bundles. And what they do is they stretch it out, and then their machine, probably around the corner somewhere, will press it and cut it and bend it exactly to like what we need, or what any of their clients need for that.
So now we gotta drive around over that way to go through the gate. Like I said, I didn't want to go through the gate or drive around. I have no idea where we're going.
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing. We don't want to just go walking in places, especially authorized personnel places, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't want to get in trouble. We need our metal.
Well, we're getting our medal.
Yay!
We're getting our medal. It makes me happy to see that they actually have our color and everything
Yeah,
else too.
I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. Like all of their display items were all in our color that we want.
Yeah.
That's encouraging.
I mean, if I would have known that, you know, or if the guy we were working with would have known that, he could have said, hey, just whenever you're in Fort Smith, take a drive down over here and look at it.
I know.
It's all in there.
We didn't know.
Like, sweet.
That's okay.
So they say go around.
And go here?
And come in here somewhere.
Hi.
Shipping
Right in
and
here?
receiving.
Oh, look, we got to come in here.
Picking up an order for Gary. I got the order number. Pulling it up. Order number.
So we are so fortunate, and they were actually willing to give us a little bit of tour on how it's made. Brian over here in the warehouse said that he's got these guys over here, and they're actually going to show us the trim that we just picked up. They're making some more for another order, but we're going to be able to come over here and see exactly how it's made for our trim for our order. How long have you been working here, Brian?
15 years.
15 years.
Yep.
What made you get into the metal business?
Well, at the time I was living in Minnesota,
Okay.
and the company Metal Sales, they were opening up this shop, and I'm actually from Arkansas.
Oh, nice.
So my mom and dad were aging, and I'm an only child, and I was going to eventually have to take care of them. And so I applied to move down here with Metal Sales, and that's how I got here.
Oh, wonderful. So we are here at Metal Sales. This is a manufacturing company. They're a wholesale distributor. So if you're just, a regular person building your house, you guys don't facilitate that, but you guys do work with contractors, with different developers in the nature, and you guys obviously have a very beautiful facility. Your product is absolutely beautiful.
Yep.
And as you guys seen, they're coming in and swooping to save the day for us. So I can't be more than thrilled. I'm so thankful that you guys have taken care of this order for us.
You're very welcome.
And you guys, I'm gonna put, if you guys happen to be a contractor in the Fort Smith area and you guys have clients that might be interested in these products, I'm gonna put it down in the description below. I'm also gonna put a little bit of something right here on this screen. Make sure to reach out to them and let them know that Simple Life Reclaimed sent you guys. And I hope that you guys enjoy them as much as we do.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So let's go take a closer look at this metal getting bent and prepared. This is not our order, all right? This is somebody else's order, but this is what they did for us. Let's check it out. So right here, these are all of the flat sheets. And then these are some of them that are actually already completed. Now these are different pieces for roofing. I think that looks like a ridge cap right there, right?
There's a form of it.
Perfect. See, I know what I'm talking about a little bit. And those ones would be trim pieces as well. Those little thinner pieces are gonna be also trim, but just a different style of trim. So let's watch him make one from start to finish.
So crazy. It's so crazy.
That
Metal looks so flimsy like paper.
Gary, that machine would have been so much easier for us when we were doing some of our cuts.
They have a machine that actually bends and cuts and notches and everything else, and yeah, there ain't no way. Because the machines are like this big.
Yeah.
That's where it's like
There were certain parts of our roof that we had to fold it and bend it by hand with a little hand hammer. And it works, but it's not nearly as clean as that. I mean, look at that fold. That is so clean, guys.
quick.
And it's so fast, yeah. I think I've been filming for a minute or two and he's already made like 3 of them. That's amazing. So amazing.
That's awesome. Craziest thing to me is it just all starts in a big spool of metal.
Yes.
Now the metal comes pre-colored and then you just cut it to length, or is it?
Yeah, we buy it pre-painted.
Okay. Yeah.
9,000 pound foil.
Yeah.
Foil.
Yeah.
That's the raw metal, right? And then so it goes from that and then they cut it to length and width and then they use the machine and do it. So each one of these step by step is all hand done, step by step by step. That's awesome. That is so cool.
That's super awesome.
Well, thank you so much for the tour in here. Thank you for facilitating us and for helping us out. I mean, seriously, it helped us out so much. We were up the creek with no paddle.
Glad to do it.
Thank you, sir. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
That was so cool. I was so happy that they were able to give us a walk back there because I was like, that has got to be some top secret info.
Yep.
And, you know, it's a warehouse.
It's a warehouse.
You gotta be safe and everything, but we were, and they were very nice in there. They were very professional, and man, it would have been so nice to have that machine when we were like hand hemming all of those pieces.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
But that thing is huge, like I said.
Yeah.
And that would be a pain in the butt to try to, you know, bring and unload and anything else. It would have just stayed on a trailer.
Yeah, if it would have been able to make it up our driveway.
Yeah.
You know, like there was a lot going on during that time. David hadn't even repaired the driveway fully at that time, so I don't think it would have happened. But it was really cool being able to see them do it from straight up a raw piece of material, going from being very flexible and bendy, almost looking like you could just...
Paper.
Yeah, paper.
Almost look like paper.
Yeah.
Like in the way of it just you know, flimsy and loose and whatever. And then as soon as you put an edge on it, it's...
Yeah, it's stiff. Stiffens up right away.
That makes me super happy. We got her loaded up, and I'm happy that we were able to bring our car and load it up.
Yeah.
Because it's a humid, hot day, so.
It is. Even though it's a little breezy, it's still one of those...
One of those southern days, you know?
Yeah. So we did get the stuff loaded up into Tiny. You guys can see it right here. Mm-hmm. It's stretched out, man, all the way from one end to the other end. But we made it fit, so that's all that counts.
It fit.
It fits.
It fit.
If it fits, it sits.
Exactly.
It sits. Right. So we're gonna head on back to the 41.36. There's still a little bit of stuff that we want to do and bring you guys along for today. So we are going to get our booties on home, get this thing unloaded, and then talk with you guys about a few of the other things that we've got going on here in the background.
Yep.
So
they also gave me pens.
Ooh.
Some of the actual marker or paint markers.
That's nice.
Of the same color, so.
So when we get back up there on the roof next, we can go double check, triple check.
Make sure that there's any, you know, scratches or anything else I can.
Yeah. Just get rid of it real quick.
Just get rid of it real quick with the mark, you know?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. That's
so.
Good stuff, man. All right, y'all. Well, the next stop, 41.36.
Let's do it.
Well, we made it back to the beautiful 41.36.
Oh, yes.
With our materials that we were needing.
Yep. Everything is here, and now is the time. Can you get the right ones?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
From what I can see and from what I can tell, it's the right one.
Yeah, but we need to double check, no, triple check, and make sure that what we got back here is actually going to be needing to be what is going up there. So let's unload this and take it over to our pile, and let's compare what we got now with what we already had and make sure that everything is going to be exactly what we need.
I have a feeling we'll be okay.
I hope so. Here, I'll hold it. There you go. Teamwork, baby.
Hopefully not too heavy, but...
Oh, well then, you get that and I'll get this.
This is awkward. So, if you don't know what piece this is for, if you guys look up here, you can actually see one of them installed. And you can see how I've got like miscolored pieces up at the top and everything else, right? It's okay. That's gonna be hidden. But this piece interlocks and connects to all of that craziness and makes it look very beautiful, just like that piece that's installed right there.
Yeah.
So a lot of labor, a lot of pieces that go into it just for this one piece, and just for any pieces that go up on the roof. But I am super happy that we went with it the way that we went with it. Super happy that we were able to get this guy situated. Finish. So close to finishing, guys.
We're so close, guys.
So close.
So close.
All right, let's bring her over here to our metal fiasco mess. Oh, that looks like it. Yep. That is it. That is it. Yep, that's the length.
Is it a perfect match?
That's the length right there, yep. That's the length I was worried about more than anything. This one, we're going into that guy is going to be hard for me to do, but yep, that is it on that side. And color-wise, that looks like the color, you know?
It looks like it's me too. Yeah, it looks great.
So, that color is that color. like it. Sweet! I'm not gonna have a mixed match room. Now, worst case scenario, we would have been able to make it, but we really did not want to try to make that bend, as well as that bend in such a long piece.
Yeah. No.
The only pieces that we have that would be more close to that would be our ridge caps. And that's if I have enough ridge caps to be able to use them for those. See where I'm at? And these are all flat. All the other metal we have is not flat. So it would have really been, that's different.
Yeah.
You know, and that's after all that hard work of what we've done and everything else the family has done, our friends have came out, you know, my wife over conquering her fears of heights and getting up there and putting all this work into it for something that I'm responsible for in the numbers and how many. And it hurts, man. It's a lot riding on your shoulders when you're, you know, to it, and I will take the full blame in every which way, shape, and form. And you know, it is what it is. Mistakes happen, but I do beat myself up over it because I triple check everything, you guys. All right, I try to make sure that this stuff does not happen, and that's why I try to triple check it, and it happens, you know. And it's hard for me not to try to beat myself up over it because I'm the one responsible. I gotta take blame, you know. So
well,
it
Gary,
is what it is. I know. It is what it is, you guys. It is what it is. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse on it, beat myself up over it anymore. But we're so close now.
We are so close now. You are always your biggest critic.
I am.
But I am always your biggest fan.
I know this.
And you got this.
I know.
We got it together.
I know.
Together. But guys,
happy.
we have all of the pieces now. We got the rest of the puzzle. So now if only the weather is going to cooperate, that's pretty much what we're waiting on right now.
Yep.
The weather's good, but it's evening time. It's about time for us to wrap this thing up, get dinner going, settle in the kids and stuff. So we don't have any time to be working on it today.
No.
And tomorrow looks like it's going to be a big rainy mess. But we've been lied to before about this weather, guys.
I'm hoping this flood watch warning
It's just a bunch
crap is a lot of BS,
just
you know.
a big old bowl of baloney.
I'm able to get up there and keep on going with what I need to do. So.
Yeah, and there's really not a whole lot left to do. What we have left to do right now with the metal is this. So the only part that's left to do is this part right here that connects into that channel, and then that's it for this area to complete the trim on this whole side of the building. The whole front of the building, or I guess the back, that way, has all of the trim all the way on it, all the way through the whole back patio area. Walking over this way, the trim is already there and connecting into there and going over there and going up over here, except the very tippy top right there. And the reason why we left it to be open on the tops, at least on this part and the other part too, is because the ridge cap is going to go on right there. And we were getting to the point where we were counting the trim and stuff like that. And yeah, so.
Yep, I was like, I don't know. That's a full piece up there. I still need a little bit more. And
yeah.
Getting into those points of, uh-oh.
Yeah, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So, but we do have it going this way, and we have it going this way and connecting over and in, and then we have it started on this side, but that is as far as we were able to get on that. So we are going to have to do this whole kicker side and connecting it up, and then of course the very tippy top, just like how it is on the other side. And then over, like I said earlier, in the back on the patio, that whole straight, that's all done. So legit, the only trim that's left is mostly this piece, that corner right there, and then the other side. And then that's all for the trim. And then the only thing that's going to be left after that trim is going to be the ridge caps. And the ridge caps is going to be its own job in its own, because we got to cut the whole top of the ridge off, cut into the wood, put like this screen mesh stuff down, and then we put the ridge cap on top of that. So that's probably at least a whole day job in its own.
Hopefully not a 2-dayer.
Hopefully not a 2-day. It could be, but let's
With
just
how it's going,
let's just hope and pray that it's going to just be a 1-dayer. We'll see. And we don't know when we're going to be able to get everything done, just because of, again, weather and stuff like that. But the big part of the battle of getting the rest of the materials here on site is done. So honestly, I feel so accomplished in the last few days, even though it's just been a lot of running around and picking up materials, ordering materials, and getting everything kind of situated. Just those things alone has taken so much stress off of us, guys. Like, just so much stress.
A lot.
Yeah, because it was getting pretty rough there for the last couple of weeks.
I'm smiling.
Yeah, me too. Yay! There was one more thing I wanted to address. I've seen it so many times in the comment section, and then we're actually going to get ready to skedaddle out of here. The one thing I wanted to address is this. All of the plastic that's still on our metal. So there is a reason for that, and I've heard your guys' reasons on why we should get rid of it, but...
The biggest reason why that we left the plastic up there is so that way it doesn't get scratched. We still have to walk up and down this thing. We still have to be bringing all of our tools around. We still have to have our safety lines attached to us, which is also have metal pieces all over it. And we don't want to be dragging it back and forth, and then when you look up there, you just see this whole mess of scratches everywhere on a brand new roof. That just doesn't seem ideal. I understand the worry of it being stuck on there. Trust me, it's a worry of mine, like no tomorrow. However, every piece that we have ever pulled off, little by little, as we've been doing these things that we have to remove certain pieces, it comes off just fine. So I'm not really too worried about it. It is something that is said to leave it on there until it is finished and to remove it afterwards. So it does say it in the manual to do what we are doing. So don't worry, it's all right. Your concern is my concern as well, but I'm following the manual, all right?
So that's the only thing that I could think of, like right off the top of my head, that was brought up to us multiple times. And I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of background on why we're doing what we're doing or thinking what we're thinking. If something's brought up to us several times like that, we'll definitely address it, you know. But going forward, we're just super excited to be able to go forward and finish all of the trim, get the ridge caps in, get back to work on this thing. And now that we have all the siding ordered, we have the soffits ordered, this exterior of our building is going to be wrapped up with a pretty bow on it here really soon. So I'm so excited, guys.
Super excited. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
One step at a time, one day at a time. We're going to get there. We're going to get
moving
there.
forward. As long as we're moving forward and not backwards,
yeah,
we're winning.
Yeah, we're stepping in the right direction. Well, that's all we got for you guys for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and going and checking out the metal place and going and getting the metal with us. I know it's a little bit different than some of our typical content, but sometimes you got to be all talk and no work if you want to keep moving forward. So
correct.
Anyway, that's how it went today. But I enjoy you guys hanging out with us today, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. We'll be back with another one here real soon. So until the next one, friends, we love y'all and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.